Hello, I'm David Sandbeck. I'm running for Congress in Minnesota's 4th Congressional District, and I'm here at another one of our war memorials that's dedicated to people who lost their lives in service to our country. And I want to talk a little bit about that sacrifice and the cost and the military-industrial complex and how there's cycles of corruption that lead us into conflict. And there's not just the monetary cost, but there's the blood cost. And so when we talk about what we can and can't do, when we talk about what we can and can't afford, the military-industrial complex has lost a lot of lives, and not just these lives. Let's talk a little bit about Medicare and Medicare for all, and how it could have happened under the Johnson administration, but didn't because of the Vietnam War. And so we've lost, tens of thousands of American lives ever since then, because we couldn't have the cost of the Vietnam War and the cost of a single-payer system, a Medicare for all system back in the 60s. They made that compromise. Our leaders made that compromise. And unfortunately, that not only cost these lives, but that cost the lives of Americans ever since, because we couldn't have everybody covered because we had to pay for our wars. And so there is a tragic cost of our military-industrial complex that owns our Congress. And Dwight Eisenhower, in his farewell address, warned us about the military-industrial complex. And he's the last president that really spoke about how each tank represented a loss in some way to the investment that could have gone into schools and roads and bridges. And in that speech, in his original draft of that speech, he called it the Congressional Military-Industrial Complex, because it is Congress that wields this power to declare war, to finance war. And our framers of the Constitution were very weary of a standing army, so much so that it's the only type of spending that must be reauthorized every 2 years. So I wanted to spend a few moments to remind us about the cost, the human cost of the military-industrial complex, and it must be reined in. I'm David Sandbeck. I'm running for Congress in the 4th Congressional District of Minnesota. Thank you.